Cup of tea, I think. Well, I was tagged by Scouting Free with the 7 YouTube channel questions. If you don't know Scouting Free's channel, it's Mark over there. Quite an extensive channel. He does a lot of live chats, some gear reviews, not much in the way of gear reviews, but makes his own gear. A lot of great footage of some beautiful scenery out there where he is in Germany. A project called the Elmok, which I'm still waiting excitedly to see the outcome of. Bit of a sort of a homemade hammock gear type thing. Anyway, it's an interesting channel, so if you don't know it, if you haven't subscribed to it, then check it out. Right, so the first question, let me give you guys a look round here. Look, I'm out for a walk. I thought I'd bring the dogs out today. There they are, look. That's Max and Jade. Jade's flaked out there. Flaked out in the heat. Let me just give you a 360 of where we are here. See, its leaves are falling there off the bamboo trees. What a beautiful morning. And of course I've got the kettle on the go because you know, it's thirsty work, all this YouTubing. The first question was, why did you start your YouTube channel? And of course the answer is midlife crisis. No, it's true. Most fellas, they get past middle age and they panic and get a motorcycle that's too big for them, or they suddenly start a martial art, get a younger woman. I panicked and started a YouTube channel. Chopper coming. Go to the chopper. The other reason is that I'm involved with the Scouts down here. I was a Scout when I was younger, went on into the cadets, etc. And I thought I'd use it as a way to kind of advertise the fun that you can have outdoors in a way that would connect with those guys. And of course, you know, social media is the way, YouTube, Facebook, etc. So I thought I'd kick things off that way. And initially I was going to show just pretty much scouting skills, etc. But it's, I think, the same as everybody's YouTube channel. It morphs to a certain extent. I also remember thinking, when I first discovered YouTube, I thought, oh Lord, if only this was around 30 years ago. All the antics and all the hiking that I've done all over the place. Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, all over the UK, Scotland, Wales, Canada. Anyway, so I remember thinking, you know, I wish that was around there. I wish I'd have got all those experiences down. And of course that led to the thought, well, start now. I'll start now. So start doing some of the crazy things, getting some of the craziness down for posteriority. Another thing that occurred to me is, you realise that for the first time in history we're living in an age where your descendants possibly can look back at their ancestors, perhaps, we don't know how long it's all going to last, but let's say 1,000 years, or even 100 years. I mean, it wasn't possible 100 years ago. But can look back on how their ancestors moved and walked and talked and behaved, what they liked, how they spoke. And to me that's very interesting, that fascinates me. So, you know, another reason is that hopefully I'm leaving something for some of the generations of my family going down the line to see. You know, if they're not quite sane, then they can find an explanation, can't they? And of course to become an international superstar. That part didn't quite go as I thought it would. I didn't start the channel to make money. It's not monetized in any way. To encourage folks out, to show them what there is, what can be found. And really, it kind of, for me, it documents the things that I am really interested in. A lot of the creatures out here and the plants and things, and the terrain interests me. And of course, the good thing about a bushcrafting channel is that you can get out where nobody can find you and eat all the things you're not really supposed to. Smokies. In the bush, no one can hear you slurp. Do you think you'll ever leave YouTube? I don't foresee that. There may be breaks, because everybody's got a life. But no, I'll continue to produce content just as long as I enjoy it, and really that is the... And of course if I'm enjoying it, I think the folks that watch what's going on enjoy it too. I think that's kind of contagious. I've got a bug in my coffee. Tasty one. I'm not really on a major subscriber drive. It's nice to have the subscribers. The more subscribers you've got, the more folks watch your videos. But of course, you know, for me, the folks that are watching your videos should be also have a common interest, be interested in the things that you're showing. So that's important for me. So I'd rather have fewer subs that were interested in what's going on than just have, you know, subscribers from all different genres that were it turns into a kind of a subscriber competition. I don't know. I'm not really worried about that. Far more concerned with the commentary, the comments on videos, the kind of interaction, the dialogue. That's really what interests me. And where did my channel name come from? Once you join the Scouts, you are a Scout for life, aren't you, Max? So yeah, I am a Scout for life. And of course it has a double meaning. Scout for life also would be scout to look, to be seeking out life, to seek life. So it does have a kind of a double meaning. I did think about it a little bit. I didn't just pull it out of my ass. Trinidad has its troubles, the same as anywhere else in the world. And a solution to that is to get the youth, while they're up to mischief, when they want to get up to mischief, and get them up to the right kind of mischief. And, you know, unlike some other places in the world, maybe like at home, UK, scouting is a noble pursuit. It's a good thing to get your kid into. I believe it's the answer here. I believe that not only this country, but many other countries, it will change kids' lives getting them into Scouts, and maybe even, and certainly improve their lives, and maybe even save their lives. You know, if it stops them getting a gun in their hand, you know, gets them occupied, gives them an interest, gives them a bit of self-worth, really, which is what the Scouting program's all about. I believe that life for everyone here will improve with that program and programs like it. It's what they call life skills. That's the end to attack it from, not the other end, which is, you know, going in guns blazing, shooting everybody up. You've got to sort of get it at the roots. And the roots are kids that are just coming into teens and they're looking for mischief to get into. For me, scouting is structured mischief. That's a good thing. Win-win. So anyway, there it is. That's the origins of the name Scout for Life. What cameras do I use? What do I use to shoot my videos? Well, like Mark at Scouting Free, my go-to camera is the Hero 4, and I'm actually shooting this at the moment on my iPad. I've only just recently started using the iPad, but I find it's just really easy to do short bloggy type video, and it's very easy on this with the editing program. It's easy just to do it all on this device and also to upload it to YouTube. So just makes my life a little bit easier there. But if I want the high quality stuff, and as you've seen before, sometimes on my channel there's, say, scuba. If we're doing scuba for underwater shots, well, the GoPro is perfect for that, because, you know, completely watertight case down to 120 feet or something, and I don't have to worry about it. So those are the two things that I use to shoot. So the last two questions: do I make my own thumbnails? Thumbnails I use are usually just what's suggested by YouTube. I really should be a little bit more diligent about that, because I realise that a good thumbnail means more views or viewers, so I intend to work on that going forward. Last question is, do you do your own intros, outros, or how do you make your own intros and outros? And I don't really have an intro or an outro as such, and that's something else that I'm going to work on in the near future here. Get a fancy schmancy intro like you other superstar YouTubers. Alright, so that's the end of my 7 questions. Thanks very much for tagging me on that, Scouting Free. And now, of course, I get to tag somebody. And I would like to tag Nate Large. Very interesting channel. I'd be interesting to hear the reasons for starting your channel and your answers to some of those questions. So, Nate Large, consider yourself tagged. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Next up is going to be my response to So Steve. He tagged me on my take on the difference between a survival or a bushcraft knife. So that's coming shortly.